Hi everybody, welcome to Paper Wishes Weekly Webisodes. I'm Lene Gehrig, and today from our friends at Hunkydory Crafts, I have the cutest collection of topper tiles. Now what are topper tiles? Well, they're little foiled edged hexagon shapes that come in a theme, and they make great little card toppers. These are the little focal ones, and then they've got patterns to go with them. So fun. This is a card that my friend Debbie made, and this is our giveaway card for this episode. So if you stick around, you'll learn how one lucky viewer could win this card to keep or share with a friend. So come play with us. So you're getting 24 sheets, and each you get 3 sheets of 8 designs, okay? And they're die cut, so you just punch them right out. And then you get all these beautiful collections, all these beautiful little hexagon shapes that you can mix and match. They have this is a floral scene with a little like tile, like geometric tile that you can work in between them. Get 3 of these. Oops, we're upside down. 3 of these really beautiful purple ones. All kinds of different purple and lavender flowers and tiles. These are the birthday ones that I showed you that Debbie made with her card. Absolutely gorgeous. I love the like silver foiling and the holographic foiling on this one. I'm going to set this one aside so I remember to talk about it. And then the pink with the gold foiling. And this one definitely has a butterfly theme. Got all that sparkle on there. And then this one is great for the kids. It's got all kinds of fun stuff. Rainbow and silver foiling and all kinds of fun images on here. This one absolutely adorable. Look at the cute horse, the mouse, the chicken, the penguin. I was going to say they're all farm things, but you've got a penguin. This little lamb, this adorable cow, the rabbit, the pig, and the cat, and an owl. And then a dog, and then the penguin. But he's such a cute penguin. And then we've got some gingham, and we've got some tan or brown with some little floral, little flowers on it, some balloons. Absolutely adorable. And then you've got this with the little bumblebees on it. So cute. And I love the gold foiling on this one. And then this one, great for the guys. So we've got like beer, alcohol on this one, but I mean, I think you can easily take away the beer or alcohol aspect of it and just use the other tiles. Very cute. Love that one. All right, so let's take a look at this one that Debbie made. I'm going to put the rest of these off to the side because I'm going to refer to them. So for this one, Debbie used a Slimline tent fold card, which means that the fold is at the top and it gives you all of this space. It's 4 inches wide, okay, yeah, it's 4 inches wide. And then it's 8 inches long, okay? And we love that she took some silver foil cardstock. Got this really nice like pattern kind of going down like this. She covered her card with that. And then for her background paper here, just to use as a mat, she used patchwork roses, 12 by 12 patterned cardstock for this one. And I believe she used this one right there. And then she went ahead and assembled all of her little octagons on a scrap piece of paper, okay? So what you would do is you would cut the paper to the size that you wanted, then down the center, you would just go ahead and glue. Now what are we using for glue? Cosmic Shimmer Specialist Acrylic Glue or Nuvo Deluxe Adhesive. Both are acrylic, both dry clear. Both are kind of a flexible glue, so they're not going to get brittle and things aren't going to fall off easily. And then we love, especially for these tiles, putting it in a tiny little bottle with the small applicator because you're just not using a ton of glue that way. So gluing them to your cardstock and then going ahead and putting in the little bits. Now this one right here, because you're only using about 1/4 of the tile, it's nice to go ahead and split this one. It's the same one at the top and the bottom. Just cut them in half. And then use half up here, and then, you know, you get the idea. And then once that shape is done in this rectangle, glue it to the card front. And then she used silver straight line dazzle stickers, and they come in 2 widths. They come in this really chunky one right here, but they also have this really fine detail one, just like that. And she used the fine detail ones right here to outline this large rectangle shape. And it's very sparkly and very pretty and really easy to do with these tiles. Okay, so let's see. Let's move on to the next one. Okay, this is one I did with the bee theme, and I actually used a 5x7 10-fold card right here, but then you guys, I did a little cutaway on the card front. So I cut off, let me see if I can remember how much I cut off, 3 inches from the card front, okay? And then for my background paper, I used Be Happy 12x12 patterned cardstock, and this golden yellow one would have been really perfect with these, but I wanted a little more contrast, so I went ahead and I used this one. It's green with the honeycomb gold outline, and then it's got all the little bumblebee bees on it. And I went ahead and I took my paper and I covered the inside first like this so I could get some little bumblebees on there. And then you can see what I did on the inside here. I took another section and I just glued it to this space here. And then here's a cutout from the paper pack. Here's one of the cute little bumblebee hexagons that I foam taped. Then on the inside edges, I used yellow straight line dazzle stickers. I used the big thick ones right here on each end. Now I'm going to tell you what I did on the front here. So this front flap, I went ahead and I took some of the middle section paper that didn't have the bumblebees on it, and then I went ahead and glued that to the card front. And then this whole section right here, I went ahead and took some more of this paper and I assembled my hexagon on this paper. Why is that? Because when you open the inside, I just wanted this little seamless bit right here to be on the back of them instead of having them be a white background back there that would sort of stick off the edge of my card. So that's what I did, and then I took some foam tape right here and just elevated that center one. And for foam tape, we love our giant wheel of foam tape. It's 150 feet or 50 yards of 1/2 inch wide continuous foam tape, and this might be Debbie and my favorite tool to use. Then I went ahead and I foam taped this little shape, okay, to the card front. I just put a strip of foam tape here and one right along the edge. Then I just set this one down. Now these little pieces at the top and the bottom were a tiny bit wider than my card, so I just trimmed it over and I just trimmed those even with the card edges, and everything fit really nicely. Then I tied a little yellow bow using our little gingham ribbon pack, which is my favorite, and I used a Zot adhesive dot right there. And then on each end here, well, I've already done this end because this is the inside. On this side, I put another one of those straight line dazzle stickers. Okay, so yeah, this was a really easy one to put together. I did forget to mention on the inside, on the backs of these, I just glued 2 more shapes. Okay, that was a fun one to do. All right, next, you guys, here's one fun for the guys. I love this plaid on here. This is a gatefold card rather. You can see here that Debbie took her card. You can see, if you can see, I don't know if you can see. Anyway, here we go. There is the original fold on the card. So she opened her card up and then she used the scoreboard. Let me grab my mini scoreboard. And once she opened it up, and she did cut her flaps down, she scored right here at 2.5 inches, and on this side 2.5 inches. It was a 5-inch wide card to begin with. So that's how we do our tent fold, then folded everything into the beginning here. She covered her flaps with Plaids and Pumpkins 6x6 pattern cardstock, and I suspect, did she cut this down? Yes, she did. She cut the 6.5 inch card down to 6 inches tall. So it's 5 inches by 6 inches, okay? And she matted her card first. I didn't see, there's a little brown mat around the edge. With the coordinating solid cardstock, she used the brown. So she went ahead and put brown on each side of her card, then took the Plaids and Pumpkins with these great plaids and trimmed that down and glued that, okay? So then when she glued on these pieces right here, she then took some scissors and trimmed just about 1/4 inch around each one so that it had that nice kind of shape of that hexagon. And then glued to the back edge, here's another hexagon shape right there. She just glued that to the back. Now, what would also be fun would be to take more of those hexagon shapes and glue those to the back as well. But if you felt like that was like wasting them or something and you wanted to use them for another card, you could absolutely do it like this. So let me show you that one. So cute, and I love that. You just open that up, and then what a nice happy birthday. This happy birthday is gold pearl, big greetings, birthday. Well, big greetings, it's not just birthday, but it's like, thank you, I love you, happy birthday, with love. Great, a lot of great occasions there. Isn't that cute? She did such a good job on that. All right, next and lastly, we've got this adorable card, so cute. This is the one Debbie used with those cute little farm animals plus the penguin. So cute. I love the tans and browns on this one. Really, really sweet. So she took her 5 by 6.5 inch card. She covered that with paper from X-Ray Flowers 12 by 12 pattern cardstock. She used, I think, this one right here. Okay, this pattern with this little pink pattern. And then, you guys, she just sort of lopped off each side, each corner of the card. All right, let me see if I can find a complete card right here. Okay, we'll use the back of this one. So she, this card was 6 inches. Sorry, I didn't bring a full-size one. But you can see here, this is where she would cut them off right here. If this was a 6.5 inch long card, she just cut those off. Now, here's a little tip. When you cut off one, take that little triangle that you cut off, put it over on this side and use it as a pattern. Cut off this one, use that as a pattern to cut off this one, and so on. That way all of your little shapes or little angles will be the same, okay? So I would caution you not to just go, oh, that looks the same, that looks the same. It won't be the same. I've done it many times. We really have a lot of faith in our ability to cut the same angle more than once. It rarely goes well. So don't go ahead and use those as your pattern. And then she went ahead and she assembled these. Cute. You can see this little penguin's right up here. Is that a penguin or is that a duck?
Duck.
It's a duck. It suddenly makes sense. It was the coloring that was throwing me off because it's black and white. It is a duck. All right, yay, I'm glad that's solved. It was really bothering me. Why would they put a penguin on there? It was the feet, they gave it away. All right, so you glue this one here. This one's slightly overlapping, and then you can tell these are touching right here, and then these are overlapping. This one right here, she actually matted with some Harvest Gold mirror cardstock. Okay, just give it that little sparkle, because some of these you can see have gold foiling and some don't. Okay, really cute. I love what she did. So you guys, you can see these are just adorable shapes and unusual, something different for our cards, which is getting harder to find something different. We love it. And we really suggest that you take a look at our Money Saver, which is right there. If you're watching us on our Paper Wishes webisode page, it's on the right-hand side. All the items are listed down below our video at paperwishes.com on our webisode page. You'll see full color photos of the cards. And then if you click on those photos, you'll get a very detailed supply list of what was used on each one. Or you can just look at all the supplies below the video, below the photos. They're just sort of all lumped together there. You can put them directly into your cart for checkout. If you're watching us over on YouTube, just look below the video in the description box and you'll see a link that will take you to this Paper Wishes webisode page, and you can check out that Money Saver. So how do we do our card giveaway? So every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday video, we give away a card. And we ask that to participate that you hop on over to our Paper Wishes YouTube channel, which is called My Paper Wishes. We ask that you subscribe to our Paper Wishes YouTube channel, like this video with a thumbs up, and then leave us a comment. And then after about a week, we'll reply, congratulations, YouTube username blank, it's your username, and then we give you instructions on how to claim your card. So if you forgot your username, just go back and look at your comment when you leave it, because it's labeled with your username. Also, you could go to your YouTube homepage, and then that's also labeled with your username. It's also a good idea to hit the notification bell at the top right-hand corner on YouTube so that you know when we are announcing card winners, which we do every Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. We need to participate in those separately by watching all those videos. And it's a good way to know when we're dropping new videos. Thanks so much for joining me today, you guys. This was a fun one. Definitely check out that money saver, and I'll see you in the next one.